Rugby as a sport has been ingrained into the fabric of Michaelhouse since the very beginning. The founder, James Cameron Todd, had a very strong view, amongst all of his other philosophies, that the game of rugby was critical to the intellectual and emotional development of a boy. So he immediately got onto the job. He employed a man by the name of JCA Rigby to introduce the game to his fledgling school. In those early days, there was really only competition from Hilton College and Maritzburg College, and ever since 1896, rugby's been an important part of the landscape at Michaelhouse.
We've always took it a big knock about not having Springbok representation, but I think over the last couple of years, I think it's been 5. I must admit the guys that were here before me working with those teams did a fantastic job with those guys. And it's great for the school. I think they're great representatives of the school and great role models to the boys that are coming through.
It did take Michaelhouse a very long time to produce its first rugby Springbok. That said, we have done a lot of good work in other test-playing countries, most notably with Chick Henderson and Kim Elgie representing Scotland. I think recently, though, since 2011, we've dispelled all of the myths around our battling to produce rugby Springboks, and we have a number running on for the green and gold.
I've been here for 13 years, and my best highlights were in 2007. I coached the under 16, actually 2006-7, coached under 16s, which had Ross Cronje and Guy Cronje, and then eventually Patrick Lambie coming through. And then in 2015, when as the first team coach, we went unbeaten for the year.
Our approach to attracting athletes to Michaelhouse is just that. We would rather make this an appealing environment for an athlete as opposed to a rugby player or a cricket player or a squash player specifically. We're very blessed from a resource perspective, and for young players who are interested in sport, we invite them to come and be the best they can be at any discipline.
We had a very successful 2015 side, so we always try and meet that benchmark that they set, but obviously it's not always possible. We've got guys that understand what it means to be a Michaelhouse rugby player, and they always go into our main field meadows to do their best, and I think we've got that calibre of player.
When I arrived here at Michaelhouse, it was quite a big step up because I came from a small primary school. Fortunately enough, I was able to make the 14A side, but just by the skin of my teeth. And slowly through all the coaching, through all the training, all the facilities we have here, I was able to grow and develop as a player, and luckily be where I am today.
In primary school, my dad enrolled me at Centurion Rugby Club. So from there I started kicking like every day, so I'd watch like Springbok games, then had 2 trees in my garden which I kicked to every day coming back from school. Then I think that's where the love came from.
What I like about rugby is just the love of the game, the people that play, and just meeting like new people, and just playing with your friends, and just the victory at the end.
Moving from number 8 to number 13 has really been a big jump. Coming from forwards, I didn't really have the nice handles for a backline player, and my coaches helped me to get those handles to actually play number 13.
Lovely carry from Keenan Knox, and a good bump off from Keenan Knox.
I was fortunate enough to be able to make the Cravenrick side. It was all due to hard work with the boys in the pre-season. So a lot of that, we were all pushing each other along the whole way, so that really helped with making the step up to the next level.
It was a great experience to be with those Oaks at Cravenrick. You just try to keep things in perspective and make sure that the guys are improving from weekend to weekend. The team really gelled quite nicely and played good rugby, and obviously they were good boys. They listened to what the coaches were trying to implement as well.
I always say Michaelhouse's rugby is part of the curriculum, it's not the only thing, and yeah, we just try and manage the boys as best we can and try and fit it in if we can during the day. Sometimes we have to get up a bit early in the morning.
We do play in the first term, but we play sometimes 2 games, 1 or 2 games the first term and then the full second term. But I think the 7s has come on quite well in the 3rd term. The seniors and juniors practice together most days, so they gain a lot of experience from the older boys, and it's done them very well over the years in coming through, especially with their handling skills and basic skills development, which is what 7s offers us.
Our current and 17 boys, in fact half of them played first team this year, so we're looking forward to them. And our current grade 9 boys, which this year's under 15, are also a nice group of boys.
This year I'm in grade 10. So hopefully next year I want to make the first side, and hopefully I can maybe make it to the Premier League side or the academy side.
Also going to try push the rugby to get me through some places, but academically I'm just going to have to push through, but I wouldn't mind like a UCT or Stellies or even Tux.
I'm going to be studying at Stellenbosch next year, and I'm going to be playing for Western Province. So yeah, I'm really excited about next year in the future.
I'd like to go far in rugby. I'd like to prosper and be a good rugby player and just set a tone for the younger people when I'm older.